They did it. If you haven't heard already, the Dayton Flyers are now in the Elite Eight. They did so after beating Stanford, cutting down those tall trees, 82-72 in Memphis last night. Here in Dayton, there's now a lot of cleanup to do. Last night's celebrations took a rowdy turn on campus, forcing police to respond in full riot gear. Rob Sneed joins us live from the campus this morning. Rob?
Well, John, it's quiet now, but earlier certainly a lot of noise. Thousands came here on campus to celebrate the historic victory, but police say with that came a lot of problems. 2 police officers were assaulted, nearly 30 arrests, and it didn't stop there. You're looking at one of several assaults 2 News was able to capture overnight at the University of Dayton. A disturbing image of someone on the ground helpless while an out-of-control crowd punches and kicks that person repeatedly. So many watched, but no one stepped in to help. Police arrested anyone out of control and kept the streets clear to keep the crowds safe. But some didn't care. Many continually shouted and chanted obscenities at the officers, chose to taunt the officers while they worked to keep the streets clear by stepping off the sidewalk into the street with 1 foot. And their excuse for this behavior?
It's called partying!
And for many, the itinerary also included standing and drinking on the roofs of homes and throwing glass bottles and trash in the streets. That's the way some of these young adults chose to celebrate their school's historic victory, while others chose a more traditional, safer approach. And police tell me, unfortunately, 1 person was hurt overnight. Reporting live at the University of Dayton, Rob Sneed, 2 News Today, working for you.
It wasn't all rioting at UD overnight in the wake of the Flyers' win. Hundreds of students packed the seats of UD Arena for some good old-fashioned safe fun and to watch the game. They watched the final seconds tick off the clock as UD advanced to the Elite Eight for the first time since 1984. Following the final buzzer, fans erupted into cheers.
Every feel there is to feel, I'm feeling right now. It was going down. We were yelling Stanford. It's the best thing I could ever ask for. They deserved it. We're the best. We're the Disneyland of the Midwest.
Hey, we're going to Disneyland. The Flyers will now face off against the top-seeded and #1 team in the country, Florida Gators, for a spot in the Final Four. That game is slated for Saturday. Tip-off is at 6:09. While there's been a lot of partying going on around here, the real party is down in Memphis, and that's where we find 2 Sports' Jack Pohl. He's there with the Flyers and are now just 40 basketball minutes away from the Final Four.
Good morning. What a magical night it was last night here in Memphis, where the Dayton Flyers, for the first time since 1984, advanced to the Elite Eight with a convincing win over Stanford. Now, the big story heading into last night's game was that the Cardinal had so much more size than Dayton, and they were longer than the Flyers, and that would be trouble for UD to score in the paint. Well, as it turned out, no trouble at all as UD moves on to play another day.
We were able to also get some points in the paint, so that was really good. And in the end, it was a hard-fought game. It was a battle of wills, I guess, and it's just good to come out with a win.
I'm happy to be here. You know, it's a blessing. You know, it's only 8 teams left. You know what I mean? And to be one of them, you know, nobody in the nation would have thought we'd be sitting in these seats.
It's great, man. You know, never would have imagined when I first got here. But, you know, we put in the work and we deserve to be here. And, you know, it's a great feeling to enjoy the moment, but looking forward to playing in it today.
Now, certainly the Flyers were excited and they celebrated after last night's victory, but I got to tell you, when I was in the locker room, they were still pretty much all business. They had a sense of a team that wasn't done playing basketball yet, and they have every intention on making a shocking trip to the Final Four. With the Flyers at the Sweet 16 in Memphis, I'm Jack Pohl, 2 News Today.
Well, celebrations were the business around the Miami Valley as everybody was cheering on the hometown team.
I mean, we're in the Elite Eight, road to the Final Four, baby.
This was the celebration at Sideline Sports Bar at Kettering as fans watched the Flyers go on to victory Thursday night. Alumni and hometown fans are getting into the madness and the spirit side by side. We also found some Flyer pride way down south in the state of Florida, which should be real interesting with the Flyers taking on the Florida Gators on Saturday. This picture sent to us from Tampa. Nick Tainer sends it. Apparently, he's sticking out his hometown pride just a little bit. Apparently, you might be able to take the kid out of Dayton, but you can't take the Dayton out of the kid. We want to see your Flyer pride. You can send us photos and videos about how you cheered on the team. You can email them to reportit@WDTN.com or upload them to WDTN.com or through our mobile apps. And don't forget, WDTN.com is also a great place for all the photos, videos, and stories about the team's success. And you can check out our photo galleries plus a timeline of Flyer favorites.